Greetings, Italian readers. I'm sorry I can't be with you today. My name is Peter Reich. It's March 6th, 2014. And thank you, Giulio Galipter, for making it possible to reissue this memoir. As I wrote in the introduction to the Italian edition of A Book of Dreams, I regret that so much of this book has perpetuated the science fiction-like quality of Wilhelm Reich's last years. Now, decades later, some of that science fiction begins to make sense. For example, let's talk for a moment about flying saucers. Remember that Reich was trained in Vienna by some of the era's best-known scientists, many of whom were very experienced observers of nature. This cohort of scientists, born in the 19th century, shaped and articulated big, important ideas about how and why the natural world functions. From them, Reich learned to observe nature. And before seeing flying objects in the skies of the United States, he had plenty of time to look at the skies at night and the aurora borealis while he was in Norway. The armillary sphere on the observatory roof modeled this celestial wonder, tracing predictable orbits and trajectories through the darkness. There, on the rooftop of the observatory, he showed me the moons of Jupiter and described Galileo's elegant discovery of the moons of Jupiter in the 1610. Standing on the observatory roof with an unimpeded 360-degree view of the night sky, in darkness there was very little electric lighting for miles and miles. He knew that something had changed. We did observe brilliant flying objects that were not conventional aircraft. They were too high, too fast, and too far. Recently unclassified documents have led me to conclude that what we were seeing in the skies of Maine and Arizona in 1955 and 56 were early test flights of the U-2 spy plane. Indeed, the flutter over UFOs may very well have been an example of disinformation practiced by the United States government to divert attention from the secret flights. But let's move on to the 21st century. I hope some among you will explore and develop some of the precious ideas about love, sexuality, and social pathology that appeared in print long before Reich emigrated to the United States in 1939. Read, interpret, and apply what is written there that speaks to the betterment of emotional life. What, after all these years, endures? In America, where the debate over creationism and evolution burns vigorously, scientists explain that Darwin's theory of natural selection strives to explain the facts of evolution. And you could say this about orgonomy as well. The essential facts remain: tension, charge, discharge, relaxation. Dr. Reich saw this pulsation in everything from amoebas through the human pelvis and on into galaxies and nebulas, where he described it as a cosmic superimposition. These are the facts lurking behind the persistent and pernicious public image of Reich as an sex-obsessed, nutty, mad scientist peddling orgasmatrons and shooting down flying saucers. This very effective smokescreen, a kind of disinformation, obscures the truth out there in nature and between our legs. Let yourself feel the streaming, the tenderness, and the melting. Yes, as one critic observed, Reich grabbed truth by more than its tail. He was able to help people crack through the emotional armor and release the healing, the melting, the cosmic pulsation. Tension, charge, discharge, relaxation. Living for, by, and with the facts of pulsation, truly with the force, has endowed my daily emotional life with a comforting capacity for love, work, and knowledge, which, as you know, are the wellsprings of our life, and they should also govern it. What I learned about life and living as a young cosmic engineer has stood the test of time better than anything else. And you could say that everything I needed to know I learned in the Cosmic Engineers. Here's some of what I learned. Breathe. Sexual energy thwarted becomes dirty. If you can't have the real thing, you do all sorts of unreal things. When you throw up and gag, you make all the hidden ugly faces, and you release them too. Only you can be your own liberator. Breathe. Responsibility is a function of pulsation. Watch their eyes. Tell the truth, and beware of truth peddlers. Keep your belly soft. Breathe out.